Hi everyone. One of the things that we often commonly get asked is how do I roll out outsourcing as a strategic initiative within my practice or within my business, be it a small business or a medium sized or a large business. So, what are some of the steps that you should look at or implement while considering a strategy to roll out outsourcing within your business? One of the first things we say is try to roll out outsourcing not as a broad strategy across your whole business or your firm, but focusing on a few key team members who will be willing to give outsourcing a go with an open mind and structuring it in their workday. So, beginning the big rollout, as we call it, is very important, and commencing with a small incremental rollout strategy is often the key to ensuring that outsourcing works as a resourcing strategy in your business. We also ask firms or businesses to ask their team members that what do the in-house team members do not like doing, or what is boring, process driven, takes up a lot of time in their day but needs to be done, but at the same time prevents them from focusing on more important client driven tasks that need to be completed. So that is often a good starting point for looking at what your business or your practice, be it a small practice or a large practice or business, should be outsourcing. That what are those tasks that if an outsourced team did it would free up your team members or yourself to more important or more client focused activities or with which you need to do. Another factor is what amount of change do you need to implement to start an outsourcing process. It is important that from a process viewpoint, whatever you choose as the first line of things to outsource within your business should be tasks which can be easily outsourced without changing the core process to a large extent. This is very important because if your team feels that to accommodate an outsourced solution, they have to do additional steps or do additional things to give the work to an outsourced team, that will often discourage in-house teams from embracing outsourcing or adopting outsourcing as a resourcing solution that helps them in their workday. So this is very important in choosing what tasks you initially start to outsource. Another key factor is also if you are looking at training and investment in training to the outsourced team, how much training is initially required to outsource a task. That should be fairly minimal. It should be a one-off training session which should allow the outsourced team to pick up the task and then do it without sort of you having to invest a lot of time in training over a 2-3 week period, for example, to get the task perfect. There might be some queries that flow initially in the first 2-3 weeks as the outsourced team get used to the way you like your work done. And that is a very key consideration also, that it is important to impart to the outsourced team what is the specific way your team members like their work done. That is the bit that takes the longest to understand. And if that is adopted well from a very early stage, then the results and the output that you get will be a lot better from an outsourced function. In terms of looking at an outsourced strategy, it is very important to look at these as a strategy, as something that you have to evolve over a period of time. And by starting incrementally and investing some time in choosing specific activities which are easy to outsource in the first instance, and then bringing the team along, the in-house team along in that process by giving them an ability to hand over boring or process-driven tasks, which then buys their buy-in into the process, which ultimately makes it a lot more successful in the longer run. To learn more about how outsourcing might work for your business or practice, drop us a line or share your experience in what has worked or what hasn't worked in your business when you have introduced outsourcing as a resourcing solution within your business. Thanks, everyone.